This evening I'm back for one more video. I went ahead and shooting 2 today. This will be the second one. And I'm doing it because I've only got that much of the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend left. I've kind of used the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend as a celebratory whiskey. I killed my deer, my buck I killed. This is the one I had for that. And I drink it sparingly here and there. Well, at my daughter's graduation on Sunday, she graduated from high school, all the people came over, we had a cookout, and I cooked a lot of barbecue. And I can tell you this goes very well with barbecue. I brought this out, and this bottle went from, I won't say right in this region here, to right there. So it's all right though, because that's what it was intended for. It was meant to be enjoyed. It was meant to be enjoyed in the company of people that would enjoy it. I mean, and we had a good time, and I walked a couple of them through they'd never really had bourbon before, per se. They had bourbon before, but they never really thought about the tasting profiles, and I didn't get complicated. I just kept it easy, and we went through it, and it was really pretty interesting. Okay, I digress. I got my notes here on it, and as you can tell by the notes, by the scratching out ads and everything, I've had some time to do this. These notes were done some time ago. I don't know why it's taking me this long to get around to doing it. I had to reread my notes, and I'm still going to refer to them on this. I just never seem to think about this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open it. I should have opened it a little sooner and let it breathe. It does a little bit better with oxygenation. I can tell you right now, I've experimented with it enough to know, what the hell? I've experimented with it enough to know, oh, that's a hell of a pour. That water, excuse me, oh, I'm dropping it on my paper. Water dials back the spiciness. Water changes the sour grape we're going to talk about into more of a sweet Concord grape. Water does not hurt. Water does not overly help. This is oxidized. It's been opened. Well, I think I opened it the week before I did the live last fall with Scott and Bart. Not sure exactly how long it's been opened. 6, 7, 8 months in that region. Now this is batch 4, bottle 309 of 500. It is the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend Bourbon. This is a straight bourbon whiskey finished in Armagnac, sherry, and cognac casks. It's pricey at $150. I think about replacing it now that it's empty, and I think also about not replacing it, because at that price range, when I do get around to buying another bottle in this price range, I would like it to be something different. As much as I like this, I like to try. Variety is the spice of life for me. There are a few bottles I do repurchase that I think are good buys that I do want to keep in the stable, and I think this is probably a very fair purchase for the price. But this isn't a $50, $60, $70 bottle of bourbon. This is a $150 bottle, and that kind of skews my view on that. I just heard a goose. Anyway, back to this. The original, the batch 1 was said to be between 8 and 13-year-old bourbons were mixed in. All these others are a non-age statement. This is a 50.73% ABV alcohol by volume. We can see it as a deep red chestnut brown with a good red tinge on it. Legs are thick. It comes across as one very thick leg that kind of comes down slow with little runnels slowly developing. It's very viscous. It's very good. First thing I get on the nose, vanilla. I get caramel, and I get old leather. First 3 things right off the bat. The old leather really stands out. It's got a nutmeg background. I do smell the cognac influence in there. I smell a slight grapiness to it. Comes across as a pecan praline. I get a little bit of that nuttiness like a pecan praline. A pecan praline is a southern treat that has chocolate or chocolate fudge that's wrapped around caramel and pecans. We go down there about Thanksgiving and Christmas. These are common candies you see in a lot of the little stores, the convenience stores and so on and so forth. And they do come in boxes, and I think Russell Stover's is a chocolate maker. They put out them. Anyway, I get a lot of the pecan pralines. I get a black pepper on the nose. I get a faint cayenne pepper on the nose as well. The nose becomes more muted with water. I'm not adding water. I don't have enough to do that. I can tell you, the nose, not so much more muted, the nose skews to the sweet side and you lose the spiciness. A lot of that. With a teaspoon of water per a normal dram, which this is not. Caramel. With the nutmeg, vanilla, a little toffee rolled in with that caramel. The grape background is still there. Again, spicy, black pepper. Not so much the cayenne pepper. Still get that grape. That grape stays with it. There is a slight sourness that lingers on the side of your tongue, that grapey sourness, but it's not sourness in a bad way. And as it finishes, but it's a very long finish, it's a very metered, even finish. As it finishes with just a slight bit of orange. You get a little bit of citrus orange in this, and it's not heavy. But it's like a blood orange. I love blood oranges. I started eating them. I digress. I just started eating those here a while back. I liked them. The orange continues. But it's a background. It's not forward. You're still getting that vanilla, but that vanilla orange takes over, and you're still getting a little bit of the grape. This is a very delicious after dinner drink. This is very delicious with, you combine it with barbecue. It does very well with barbecue. This is it's a decadent bourbon. And I know that's kind of an odd word to use maybe, but it is a decadent bourbon. I don't smoke cigars. I can't talk about the pairing with cigars and why it's called a cigar blend. And I'm sure there's an ideal pairing out there for it, this and that. But if you put this with a smoked cheese and a little burn ends off of ribs, I have a picture on Instagram with that. Oh my, this is very good. Very good. I have never had Armagnac, but I do get both the sherry and the cognac. And actually, I think for me, I get a little bit more cognac in this than the sherry. I would expect more darker flavors coming across. I wouldn't expect so much the orange in it that I get. 92 out of 100. Bart's is batch 2, and just on memory of flavor alone, I give him 93, maybe 94. He has a higher ABV than this one. Very good stuff. So there you have it. I waited till the end. It's oxygenated, which the oxidation has not hurt this at all. In fact, it's just made it better, actually. It is a buy. If you see it and you have the money and you have not had it, this is a buy. If you will not go wrong buying this. It's pricey, but it is an endorsement by me. I enjoy this. I don't know what else to say. It's getting to be evening time here. This is my second video today. I did the Old Crow earlier, and that's a good way to finish it with this. I'm going to go inside, do my editing, and finish that, and my night will be complete. So remember, the spirit in your glass isn't running from you. Take your time, sip it, enjoy it. You'll be better for it, as will we all. Everyone, have a good evening.